For decades, Tulsans have debated the cost of assuring a steady flow of water in the Arkansas River. Proponents say it will spur economic development and improve the quality of life on both sides of the river. Critics have argued the money could be better spent on other priorities. Either way, construction is now underway on two major projects. It doesn't take an eagle eye to see something big is happening in Tulsa's Arkansas River. Something $81.6 million big. And actually, it's some things. A new low water dam and a new pedestrian bridge to replace the one currently being demolished.
I grew up here, and it's always just been a dry sand riverbed, as long as I can remember, unless there's, a high flow river flow coming through. I'm excited to have the lake, to get out there. You can get kayaks out in the lake itself.
Brooke Cavanis is the lead engineer on the $48 million dam project, funded by voter-approved Vision Tulsa in 2016. Jeff Stava is the executive director and trustee for Tulsa's Gathering Place LLC and has overseen the demolition of the old zinc bridge and replacing it with a 1,000-foot span called the Gateway.
So the city's committed $27.4 million to demolish and build the new bridge, and then we're working to fundraise an additional $6 million to put on the really nice amenities, the nice surfaces, the benches, the lighting, all architectural lighting. It's the very first multi-arched steel bridge in the U.S. So it is a very beautiful architecturally, and what's really cool about it is it's not a bridge that goes straight across. It actually is in an arc or a bow.
The bridge will connect the West Bank with the Gathering Place Park, and both the span and the dam are expected to be completed at roughly the same time in the summer of 2023, creating a new zinc lake that will extend back to Interstate 244 and provide recreational opportunities similar to Oklahoma City's thriving boathouse district.
Once we get over to the east side of the river, we're actually building a recreational flume, and that's for kayaking, surfing, tubing. There'll be 7 pools with features on them that make waves, so people can get in and play on the waves and go down the flume. It's about 1,000 feet long, and it's free to use.
You can look just to our friends who are down the turnpike in Oklahoma City. They have put in the Oklahoma River, which they have, the rowing events and the boathouses that they've built, and it has really become a city central place for them.
The first step in construction was the creation of an earthen cofferdam on the west side of the river to keep the water originating out of Keystone Lake 23 miles upriver flowing safely around the building site.
We've seen, even in 2019, 300,000 cubic feet per second. And if you look at it out here today, it's probably flowing, I haven't looked at the numbers this morning, but between 6,000 and 12,000. And then this structure out here protects them to about 40,000 cubic feet per second.
That keeps the workers safe. And when it's completed, the new dam will keep swimmers safer too. This is a part of the old dam. You can see that curvature, that's called a weir. That would create a wave, a rolling wave, and when somebody fell into the river, they'd get caught in that wave and they couldn't get out. But the new dam solves that problem.
So we're putting in these steps. You can see them behind us. That step will actually prevent that roller.
You can see the stair steps in the background. That will break that water up so that if people are down below it, it won't trap people. We've seen drownings here at the zinc dam over time.
There are other differences too, all designed to make the 1,030-foot dam more efficient and less costly.
The existing structure was 7 feet tall. The new structure will be 10 feet tall. We're using the foundation of the existing dam. That was just to save what's already here. There's no point in tearing it out. We're adding on to it. We're using the foundation and we're adding on the existing dam.
That wasn't an option for the existing pedestrian bridge, what's left of it. This structure holds a special place in the hearts of Tulsans. There have been prom nights and weddings on this span over the years, but it's been too many years, and it simply had to go.
As nostalgic as it is, it's had major structural issues, and as soon as we took the steel section off, the concrete columns literally fell right over, and we've taken half of it down. That was supposed to take 5 weeks. It took 2 weeks.
The new bridge will have a 70 to 100-year lifespan and, yes, provide a bird's eye view of downtown Tulsa, the new recreational opportunities, and the wildlife that call this place home, including eagles, pelicans, herons, and least terns.
As part of our 404 permit, there are measures we have to do. And for one, we're building a lease turn island just south of here for a nesting area for the birds.
The permitting and design process has been ongoing since 2009, but greenlighting a project of this magnitude took cooperation from a large, diverse group of stakeholders.
PSO, without them and Hawley Frontier being part of this project, it had been hard to make it happen. The kayakers club that's really had the vision for the last 20 years. The City of Tulsa community voting for the project and committing dollars towards that. So really, it's about the enormous amount of stakeholders that really had to come together to make the project successful.
And while many of those stakeholders, including casinos, restaurants, housing developers, and others, stand to benefit financially, the rising tide of economic development should lift all boats out of what is all too often dry dock, creating a water-filled resource to be accessed and enjoyed by all Oklahomans.
I think the real vision is to create a destination that is worldwide recognized, but that the City of Tulsa people don't have to travel to do. We have it right here where we can, instead of going to somewhere else to spend our dollars, we could just drive downtown and enjoy it for the day.
And it's expected the western half of that dam will be completed in a year, with 16 months allotted for the east side, which will include the additional water features.